What's up, everybody? My name is Sean Smeed. I'm a composer and audio designer based out of Portland, Oregon, and today I'm going to be doing a playthrough of a game that I produced and worked on called Menagerie. I worked on this game with 5 other people, 2 programmers, 2 artists, and 2 composers, including myself. All of our links are down in the description below, but I just want to individually shout everybody out before I get started. We have Matthew, who goes by Metatanium, who was in charge of the lead programming and lead development, and is just in general an Unreal wizard. The Unreal meaning the Unreal Engine, the game engine. He was a savant at Unreal. We have Skyler, who wore many hats during this project. He programmed, he helped with the animations, he made the final cutscene, and he also, I think, did some 3D modeling as well. We have Anna, who was in charge of the environmental art and did such a wonderful job making it look so beautiful. They also did some figure art, I think, as well. They worked on the old man. Jen, who created the model for the main creature and all of the variations of the creatures that we see, and did some concept art for the creatures there. Also worked on some of the UI art, like the pocket score and the tab button function, the sing button function. Forrest, who is the other composer who orchestrated the background musics, as well as added some sound effects, and we also collaborated on the final credits song together. And then me, who produced the game, like I was saying earlier. I also wrote the majority of the original score, though I would never take credit for all of it. Forrest definitely added a lot of his own creative spirit to this music as well. And also, I implemented the audio design by using the Wwise program and implementing it into Unreal. So that's everybody that worked on the game and all their roles. And what this game is about, this game is basically a audio puzzle game where you have to find the creature who sings a certain song, and the creatures are kind of hidden throughout the map, and you have to learn what their song is and find them in the game and bring them back to the middle of the map. And so, yeah. Of course, there's more details, but we'll get into that later. I'm just going to start by talking about some of the audio settings here. Now, I'm going to make another video where I go over all of the audio aspects, all of the integration aspects in more detail, in more technical detail. But for this video, I'm just going to really focus on explaining it simply to anybody who might be interested. So here we just have some basic volume sliders, of course. We have one that controls the background music. We have one that controls the monster voice volume. Also, disclaimer, I did all of the voices in this game, so sorry about that in advance. So we have that one that controls that slider. We have the percussion slider. This was for the shrine in the middle of the game. And then we have the ambience volume, and to just kind of showcase this, I'm going to turn the background volume down a little bit and just turn these sounds up. This is where the footsteps or the fire or the crickets and the wind and all of the background sounds are going to be kind of attributed to this fader right here. So I'm going to set these back to where they were. Let's take a quick peek into the regular settings of the game. And here we have, a bunch of optimization options for graphics, VSync, shadow, anti-aliasing, all that kind of stuff. And my favorite one, the mouse sensitivity. As somebody who gets really nauseous, I like to set the mouse sensitivity down a bit. I already did that, as well as setting the master volume down a little bit over here. And yeah, okay, so let's get started. Let's start the game. Let's go. All right. So here we are. Right click to fast forward dialogue, left click to interact, shift to sprint, tab to sing, escape to pause and access the text log. So here we have the main environment of the game. This whole game takes place on a island, and it's about 30 minutes long altogether. I'm noticing that the mouse sensitivity is a little bit too strong for me still, so I'm going to actually turn that down a little bit. And you might also notice that there's a bit of a difference in the filtering on the audio for the pause menu. We put a little bit of a filter on it that kind of makes it sound like there's a blanket on top of the music, and we kind of crank that ambient sound up so that, I don't know, it just kind of gives it that, for lack of better words, right, that pause menu feel. We also have a text log where we can see all of the text that has been said in the game. And okay, yeah, that's much better for the sensitivity for me. Okay, So again, huge shout out to Anna. They did such an incredible job with the environment, and this was, for me, one of the most important things to get right was this marriage of the music and the visuals. I wanted it to kind of have this feeling of gentle wonder and kind of safety. You know, there's no combat in this game. There's nothing. It's all just exploring and kind of feeling that safety, you know. Oh, and here we have a creature coming up to us, and if I get closer to it, oh, he's gonna run away because he's one of the running ones. But you might have heard that he was singing a song, and this ends up being one of the main mechanics of the game. And I'm gonna wander over to this shrine in the middle here, and we can hear those shrine drums coming in as we get closer and fading away as we go away. I also want to just kind of showcase, because it's kind of hard to hear unless I turn other things down, some of the more subtle ambiences in this game. So, in fact, I think I'll crank these up a little bit just so that you can hear them a little bit more. And we, of course, have our grass footsteps. There's only two kinds of surfaces in this game. We have grass and we have stone. We also have some fire sounds, right? And again, these are a little bit hard to hear, especially if I'm just streaming it and you're not playing it with headphones. So I just wanted to kind of showcase some of these, right? And like a lot of the things in this game, these are 3D spatialized. So if I stand to the left of the fire, I'm going to be hearing it out of my right ear. If I stand to the right of it, I'm going to be hearing it out of my left. Okay. So now that those kinds of sounds have been kind of showcased, I'm going to turn the audio back to its normal settings over here. And let's start the game. Let's talk to this guy. This is kind of like the old sage figure, right? Oh, I did all the voices in this game as well. Ah, hello. Welcome to the Menagerie. We've been waiting for you. Now that you're here, we can begin the final ritual, a musical ceremony performed by the animals of this island, a final song to cast away the old end and bring forth the new beginning. Dramatic pause. The animals on this island possess a special gift. If all 8 species are found and brought here, this shrine will activate. You must find them all for me in the order that I ask. And that really is the main core loop of this game, is that this guy will play you a song. You have to find the animal that he sings, whose song he sings, and you have to bring him back here. Each species sings a unique song. To find the correct one, you must listen closely. Once you've found the animal you see, pick them up by clicking your mouse. After you've caught them, bring them back here. Also, you can sing by pressing tab and using the arrow keys. Sorry if the language is a little bit awkward in these texts. I don't have much experience writing game text, and this was my first go at it. So, when you're ready to begin, speak with me again, and I will help you. All right. So basically, he's going to be playing a song, so we got to find the animals that he says. Ah, you are ready to begin. The first animal you must retrieve is rather slow and docile. They sing a song that is slow and comforting. I will play the comforting animal's song for you now on my flute. One moment. And so here we go. We're going to listen to the song that he plays. Bring me the animal who sings that song. If you forget how the song goes, come speak to me. So that song, of course, I know how all the songs go, but if we wanted to, we could talk to him again and have him play it again. Da 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 da. Oh, here he is. And for this first one, all we have to do is we have to grab him and bring him back. And this, each animal hopefully has its own little soul, its own little soul that is expressed through its little melody, right? And when we find all 8, then it creates a big 8-part counterpoint, or which is a musical term for when all of the melodies are stacked on top of each other and played together, it creates a nice song together. So All right, we found the first one. You have found the first animal. I am impressed. The next animal is a bit different. An anxious soul who will run away when approached. To retrieve this poor creature, we must soothe its soul by singing the Song of Calming. Sing by pressing tab and using the arrow keys. Okay, yeah, I will explain how that works now. So, when I click tab, this metronome shows up in the bottom left, and you see that each one of the beats is lit up on beat, right? So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we use the arrow keys to sing. This was really fun to put together. This was like definitely something that I needed to have in the game, just because I love when you can do this in other games like Zelda and stuff. Kind of like a tribute to the Ocarina kind of era, the N64 era of Zelda. Okay, sing by pressing tab and using the arrow keys. The notes for the Song of Calming are up, right, left, down, and this gets added in this pocket score in the top right. You've learned the Song of Calming. I've also added the Song of Calming to your pocket score. Remember, songs will only work when the animal is nearby. So, what ends up happening is that there are certain animals that can only be captured if you sing the right song at them, right? And that's what's happening with this running animal. This running animal needs to be calmed down in order for us to capture him. And so this is what the running animal's song sounds like. And so we have to find the animal that sings that song, and we have to calm it down by singing to it. So it's a kind of two-way musical game. You have to find the song, the song that you're looking for, and then you have to sing the correct song at it in order to bring it home. And we are looking for the one that goes yabba-da-bum, babba-da-bum, babba-da-bum, yabba-da-bum, babba-da-bum, babba-da-bum. It also has legs, like long legs. I think this is it here. Hello. Don't run away. Hello. Oh, he's running away now. Come back. So now that we have him kind of in our sights, we want to sing this song, and time slows down so that we kind of get an opportunity to catch this animal. And now he's slowed down, and we can catch him. And he takes his place on the shrine. And if we get up close to these animals on the shrine, we can kind of hear their unique melody. And this kind of gives a little bit of a structure of the game, so that when we're getting, as we get more and more animals, and as the music kind of grows, there's more textures here, and also the background music starts to have more parts as well. There's about 5 different background loops in this game. And at first, we're just hearing one. Now we're in a place where we can hear two of the different background loops. This one that has more of an emphasis on the piano. And then there's one that has more of an emphasis on the strings. You hear also, of course, all sorts of creatures walking around. But that's something that kind of gives a little bit of sonic structure to the game, is as you go forward, the background music becomes more dramatic and bigger. And also the creatures at this shrine create a bigger and bigger song together. Okay. You have found the second animal. Well done. The third animal you must retrieve is of 2 minds, always arguing amongst itself. This animal will also have to be calmed. The song the third animal sings is in 2 parts. One head sings a low, bouncy melody, while the other sings a shrill, high song. When sung together, the 2 heads sound like this. One moment. And here, because everything in this game happens on a global tempo, we're going to wait for the old man to be on beat so that we can hear the song in its right place. And here it is. All right, so we are looking for the creature with 2 heads that sings that song, and that's a good kind of. Oh, he's right there. Look at that. What are you doing? And we got to calm him down by singing the Song of Calming. Again, of course, I know all of the songs because I made them, but if you were ever curious as to where you can find them, they're in this pocket score. If you click Q, your tune soothes their souls. And yeah, everything in this game is happening on beat, on a global tempo, and it's also happening in the same key, right? So it's like, it's one big interactive song, one big interactive piece of music that you can take part in, and that you can, even if I want to, you know, I can sing. Right. That was really, really what I wanted to make more than anything, was just a big musical world, right? With some puzzles and with some interactive elements. Okay, so you have found the third animal. You are getting pretty good at this. To find the next animal, you must look to the skies. Retrieving this monster will require the Song of Grounding. The Song of Grounding will bring creatures to ground level both above and below. The notes for the Song of Grounding are down, left, right, down. You've learned the Song of Grounding, and we get a little piano stinger that happens when we learn a new song, and it should be in our pocketbook. There it is. I've also added the Song of Grounding to your pocket score. Remember to access the pocket score, press the Q button. Okay. I will now play the flying animal song for you on my flute. One moment. And here we go. It's a kind of bird song. You might also notice that the other animal's songs duck down while he's teaching us a new song. This is, of course, so that you don't get it confused with one of these animals' songs. And then they come back when he's done teaching. Bring me the animal who sings that song. If you forget how the song goes, come speak to me. All right, we're looking for somebody who's flying in the air. And I love this feeling of the drums going away and kind of back into these long strings here. There he is. Again, I kind of know where these guys tend to hang out, though it's kind of different every time. I'm going to ground him using the grounding song. I'm going to pick him up. But yeah, you know, of course, if this is your first time playing the game, you know, you probably won't know exactly where all of them are the way that I do at this point. They don't always end up in the same place, but they do kind of tend to have their little habitats. But after this one, they tend to be a little bit harder to find. After this flying one, so let's see. Every one of them should be making their little song. I can hear that flute one. I can hear the two-headed one. I can hear the hopping one, the running one, and the slow one. All right. You have found the fourth animal. And here, I'm not sure if you noticed, but the background music just added another one of these layers. This is a new loop. And it's always set to happen naturally, happen on beat, happen when it would be the most smooth kind of time to happen. So like every 16 bars or so. Retrieving this monster will require the Song of Slowing. The Song of Slowing will slow down time, allowing you to catch fast creatures. This Song of Slowing, or up, down, blah, blah, blah. You've learned the Song of Slowing, and of course here it is in our pocketbook as well. I have added the Song of Slowing. I will now play the teleporting animal song for you on my flute. So this animal teleports. This one is a bit creepy. And let's have a listen. And this is where the design for these animals start to kind of get a little bit more interesting, a little bit more unique. So this creature teleports around, I think somewhere over here. And you might have noticed that the strings, there's a string swell that's kind of associated with every 2 beats or so. Let's see. There he is. And this kind of accents his teleporting path. All right. And let me slow him down. I believe it's... Oh, wait. What is it again? Yeah. And we get that 3D spatialization of him being to the left or to the right. And here he is. Again, that one can be a little bit tougher to catch if you're not a pro at it. Everybody that's been part of this game has probably test played this game like 100 times, so we're pretty good at it at this point. But hopefully it will provide a little bit more of a challenge. And particularly these last couple provide more of a challenge, you know. All right. You found the 5th animal. This next animal loves to burrow underground. It whistles a happy little tune while it digs. To retrieve this one, you'll have to sing the song of grounding. I will now play the burrowing animal song on my flute. This is maybe a favorite one among the team. And for me, it is definitely one of my favorites that we do because of the filter that gets put on this burrowing animal, and I want to explain what that means. So when this creature is probably one of the hardest ones to find, other than the last one, it has this whistling tune that's very, very, very memorable, but it is underground most of the time, and so there's actually a filter that happens. The filter is, again, that blanket kind of sound that's going to make it sound like it's underground, like you're hearing it through the ground. And then when he pops up from the ground, that filter disappears. So this was a really fun one to design, a personal favorite of mine. But he can be a little bit tough to find. It's hard to find the guy that's underground. I think he's typically around here somewhere. Let's see. Sometimes some musical notes will pop up. It's not there. And yeah, the musical, let's see. The backgrounds now, there's about, I think, 4 of them going on. We're on creature 6 out of 8. Not you. What are you guys doing hanging out together? And let's see. This guy's taking a little bit to find. The whistling guy. Oh. No, it was just the wind. Sometimes you can see him because he will pop up and disappear. Dang. Where'd he go? Well, this is... I hear him. Aha! He was right in front of me. So I'm going to ground him. There he is. So that one is fun for me, I think, because it really does require you to listen really deeply to the environment, though it can be a bit tough. And let's see. All right. So he's singing at his shrine. All right. And the 7th animal will test your listening skills. This animal is known for being a copycat. It will disguise itself as a different species and sing their song. Retrieving this monster will require the Song of Revealing. The Song of Revealing will reveal disguised or invisible animals. The notes for the Song of Revealing are left, right, up, down. Or something. It's in the. I think I read them wrong, but left, right, left, up. I've also added the song. Here it goes. As hard as the mimic tries to fit in, its trumpet-like voice will be a dead giveaway. I will now play an example of the mimic's song. Remember to listen for its trumpet-like voice. One moment. All right. Bring me the animal who sings that song. So this one is known by being a copycat. It looks like the other ones and sings the other songs. Oh, now, of course, I find one of those burrowing guys right away. But we can kind of hear what I'm talking about. It's kind of underground. And then you can hear him pop up for just a second. It's really, really a lot of fun. And here we're hearing another layer of that background music come in. A new kind of one. Now this burrowing guy won't leave me alone. Do you have a trumpet? You don't sound like a trumpet. What about this one over here? Oh, in fact, that's just another one of those same creatures. And we're getting now into the final two monsters where the music starts to be a little bit more, I don't know. Aha! Here you are. And let's reveal them. Ah! Come back. And here he is. And we've revealed their true form and their true song as well. They have a song that only happens when it gets revealed. And we can see that this counterpoint at the shrine is starting to really kind of fill out quite nicely. We got everybody's part except for the final one. And this. You found the seventh animal. Our journey is nearly at an end. It's time to find the final and most ancient of the inhabitants on this island. You will not be able to see them, for they are hidden. You will not be able to reach them, for they are among the clouds. You will have to sing 2 songs to retrieve this one. Think you can figure it out? I will play the final animal's haunting melody for you now. One moment. This animal has a very distinct song that looks a little bit ridiculous when he tries to play the flute because it's like harp and choir, but I just wanted to have something really special for this last animal. Alright, so we have to find this animal that is invisible and flying, but we can kind of tell, again, for the most part, I know where these animals tend to hang out. We can kind of look to the sky and look for the invisible notes, and I see them right here, and let's see if this is him. Yeah, we can hear that. Well, we also hear this two-headed one, but we can kind of see this guy floating away, so let's reveal him. There he is. And let's ground him. And yes, this is a kind of choir harp song. And we're going to put him over here. And we have everybody now. We got the calm monster. Da, 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 da. We got the jumpy one. Diddle-a-din, 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 diddle. We have the 2-headed one. Bum 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 bum. We have the flying one. We have the teleporting one, which I'm starting to hear is not reacting to some of the audio things that he should be reacting to. Might have to make another build of this to fix that. The mimic, who's singing his own song, and again, great job, Jen, on all of these creatures. You have found all 8 of the musical animals. Now the final ritual can begin. Thank you for all your hard work. Please be aware there is no going back after this. And again, this is kind of like the climactic background music that happens here. And if I just kind of move away from the shrine for a second, appreciating it's all by itself. It's kind of like a saying goodbye to this world music. All right. Thanks for playing with me, guys. Let's go. And this is that final cutscene where each creature's music kind of gets showcased. We got the burrowing whistle guy. with the harp of the final creature going on at the end. We got the calm animal. We have the mimic's real trumpet song. The teleporting guy. The hopping guy. The flying guy. And the two-headed guy. And here's this Ouroboros kind of floating in the sky that appears once you catch all 8 of the monsters and do this cutscene. And then it's all empty. And there's just all that's left to do is go through the shrine. And here we go. If you're still with me, thank you so much for watching me do this playthrough. Again, this was so much fun to make this game. We made this game in 1 week, originally for the Brackey's Game Jam. And yep, here's the credits one more time. Matthew, or Metatanium, who was the lead developer and programmer. Skyler, who is the programmer, artist, animator, so much more. Anna, who did the environmental and character art. Jen, who did the creature art and the UI art. Forrest, who did the background orchestrations for the background music, some sound effects, and also collaborated on me with this credits song right here. And then me, who produced it, wrote the majority of the original score, and implemented the audio in Wwise and into Unreal. So if you're still here, thank you so much for checking this playthrough out with me. We really hope to kind of be able to shop this demo around to turn it into maybe be able to turn it into a full length game with, you know, different environments and more ways of interacting with the creatures and a bigger cast of characters and more songs and more instruments and more basically just want to make the ultimate music game, you know. So yeah, this game is going to be released on Steam hopefully within the next month in March. Right now, this is build 4.5. I definitely noticed a couple of things on this playthrough that I need to go back through, and this will definitely there will be more a build or two after this one for sure. Just want to fix up a couple of the audio things that I heard when I was playing through this. But please let us know any feedback or any criticisms or any comments, praise or otherwise. It doesn't matter. Any kind of any kind of feedback that we can get about what you think of this game, or if you have any cool ideas, or if there was something where you were just like, hey, I just didn't think that this really worked. It's all really helpful for us to know. And again, thanks so much for checking this out. And hopefully when this game is available on Steam, it will as this single level, this 30-minute game, hopefully you guys will download it and check it out. But if not, I really appreciate you checking out this video here, and look forward to making more games and designing more audio and composing more music, because those are my favorite things to do. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for checking it out. Again, my name is Sean Smeed. I'm a composer and an audio designer and producer of this game, Menagerie. Thank you, everybody, again, on the team. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Skyler. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Forrest. And I will catch you guys later.